Hi, I'm Ben Hulme-Cross and I'm really excited to tell you about 4 new books I've written for less confident readers. Each book includes 3 short stories and they're all based on heroes from ancient myths and legends, who were of course the original superheroes. We've got Thor, Hercules, King Arthur and Odysseus. The text for these has been very carefully edited by language levelling experts to be suitable for less confident readers with a reading age of 8, although there are more gory details in these stories sufficient to keep older readers interested as well. In fact, the text and illustrations were created with readers of 10 years and older in mind. It's also worth saying that the books are printed on cream paper and in a dyslexia-friendly font. I love myths and legends, and I always have done, and I just want to share with you why I think that stories from myths and legends are so ideal for less confident readers, and not just because the language has been carefully edited. There's a reason these stories have survived for thousands of years, and it's really simple. They're absolutely amazing stories. They tend to be quite short, they're full of action, and the characters are larger-than-life heroes who conquer their fears, slay demons and monsters, and fight for good against evil. But there's something else about them as well. We're used to everything being aimed at a particular group. This film's quite girly, this book's for boys, this is for grown-ups, this is for kids. But myths aren't really like that. They're for everyone. They're not aimed at grown-ups or kids or boys or girls in particular. And most importantly, they're not aimed at people who love books and reading. They're for all of us. After all, for hundreds of years, these stories were told and heard, not written and read. So my hope is that this helps you get around any sense that some children may have, that books and reading, and in particular books about old things, aren't for them. Throw in the fact that these heroes are the inspiration for modern superhero stories and Marvel films, and you should have enough to spark their interest. For my books, I've chosen my favourite 3 stories about each of the 4 heroes in the titles, and I'm going to finish by reading you a short part of one of the stories about King Arthur, just to give you an idea of the kind of thing that children can expect if they read these books. The Green Knight. It was the longest night in the middle of winter at Camelot. Hundreds of knights were in the great hall. They were having a feast, and the tables were filled with food. King Arthur looked around at his guests. It had been a good year. There had been no wars, there had been no giants to kill, and there had been no bad magic to fight. Arthur was happy for his people, but he was bored and looking for adventure. He did not have long to wait. At midnight, the party was still going. The people were happy, the music was good, everyone was laughing. Then came 3 hard knocks at the door. The music stopped. The laughing stopped. "Enter," Arthur called. The doors swung open. No one said a word. A great black horse rode into the hall. On the horse's back was a green man. He looked as if a tree had turned itself into a knight. His face and arms were green. His long beard was green, his hair was green. He wore a cloak of green leaves, and in his left hand he carried a huge green axe.